Today we're going to be talking about 4 ways that you guys can gain weight but still keep your speed. Now, something that a lot of athletes neglect when they're trying to gain weight in the offseason is adding explosive movements to their workout splits. So tip number 1 to help you maintain your speed is add 2 to 3 explosive movements to your daily workouts. So let's say, for example, I'm doing a leg day in the gym and I'm doing a heavy squat day, I'm staying in an 8 to 12 rep range, I'm doing split squats, etc. You should add in maybe a power clean, maybe a single leg box jump, exercises that are going to actually activate your fast twitch muscle fibers in your body, because that is ultimately what translates to speed. Every single athlete has 2 types of muscle fibers. You have fast twitch fibers and slow twitch fibers. Slow twitch fibers is what, I would say like soccer players have, right? Because they're constantly running, it's almost like a consistent jog. Football players, sprinters, etc., they have a lot more fast twitch fibers. They're exerting all-out effort, right? So if you're trying to still maintain your speed and you're an explosive athlete, you cannot neglect those lifts. You can't just train like a bodybuilder and put those lifts to the side. It's to the side if you're trying to put on some size, some mass, and some weight in the offseason. So make sure add 2 to 3 explosive movements to your daily workout routine. Now, the second thing that's going to help you maintain your speed while trying to gain weight in the offseason is you cannot neglect on-field speed workouts. So whether that's, you run track, whether you work out with a speed trainer, a speed coach, you need to be working on your running form, your foot strike, your stride, hip mobility, arm swings, all of those things that are going to help you out on the field or in the athletic field of play with your speed. Now, with that being said, a lot of people know to be able to gain weight in the offseason, because I know a lot of you guys have that goal, you need to stay in something called a calorie surplus, right? So a calorie surplus is where you consume more calories than what you are burning, right? So you want to stay 20 to 30% above the amount of calories that you are burning on a daily basis. So you burn 1,000, you want to try to consume 1,200, 1,300, that's just a sake for an example, right? Now, if you're doing those on-field speed workouts, you're going to be burning calories. So you just have to make sure that you are eating and consuming enough food. Now, some of you might also be wondering, well, how am I supposed to fit that in? I'm working out in the gym 5-6 days a week maybe. I'm crushing myself in the gym, killing it in the gym. How am I going to be able to fit in those speed workouts? And it's possible, guys. If you want to play collegiate athletics, you're going to have to do multiple workouts in a day, but you have to make sure that you're taking care of your body and doing the things you need to do to recover properly. So guys, if you check out that very first link in the description below, you can get access, or you could get our new AGL Recovery Essential Amino Acid Powder. This is great for athletes looking to recover, speed up their recovery process, and it contains all 9 essential amino acids to help your muscles recover faster, increase protein synthesis to absorb more protein in your body, and it just helps with optimal performance the next day. This will help you take care of your body, so maybe you do a field workout, gym workout, you recover faster, and you could get after it the next day to help you put on size, keep your athleticism, and keep your speed in the offseason. So guys, very first link in that description below if you want to get this new recovery powder. Use the promo code FIRST15 at checkout, get you 15% off this deal. Now, tip number 3, you have to stay lean when you are trying to keep your speed but also gain weight. So you want to gain healthy weight. You don't want to do a dirty bulk where you're consuming as many calories as you can. They're dirty calories. You're eating fast food all the time, a lot of sweets, a lot of sugar getting into your diet. You guys want to try to keep as lean or as low body fat percentage as possible. So when you're consuming calories, you want to try to consume healthy calories, right? You want something, a rule of thumb that at least I feel would help myself out when I was playing high school football to gain weight, was trying to eat certain foods that only are 1 ingredient foods. So like, for example, like potatoes, chicken, rice, like those things are all single ingredient foods. They're not these foods that have like an ingredient label list and it's 10 different things, 12 different things, because that's processed food and that's not necessarily the best thing for you to consume, and it's not the healthiest form of calories. You can still maintain a calorie surplus but consume healthy calories so you could try to keep as low body fat percentage and stay as lean as possible. Tip number 4, you guys, you have to make sure you stretch and keep hip mobility. So when we run and when we're striding out, like let's say, because speed has a lot to do with my stride, right? A lot of athletes will run, but they physically can't drive their knee up. They lack hip mobility. They lack hip flexor strength. That is something that you cannot neglect if you're trying to maintain your speed while gaining weight. We have to be able to drive my knee up, drive my toe up, get to a 90-degree point or a 90-degree angle, I guess you could say. And that requires a lot of hip flexor strength and hip mobility. So you've got to make sure that you have a good stretching routine, whether that's stretching after your gym workouts, maybe that's stretching at night before you go to bed, whatever the case may be, but something that will keep your hips loose, keep flexibility, because that ultimately helps with your stride length and will help with your speed.